Hey everybody, trying to get in under the wire tonight. Today is the big Keynote talk. I go through a little bit about animation in Keynote and show you a couple things that make Keynote different from PowerPoint, and import a little video on it, and do one little cool trick actually that I stole from other people. So yeah, so roll the thing, and then we'll do the Keynote thing, and then I'll be back in a few minutes. Quite a few minutes. Alright, tonight we're going to be talking about Keynote. I'm going to be dealing with... I wanted to do this in just a corner of the screen, but when it shows during the presentation aspect of it, I don't want it to get cut off, so I had to clean my desktop up. That's okay, it needed to be done anyway. What I want to show you, we're going to take a look at Keynote. We're going to do a new document. We're going to beat the people on the motorcycles and stuff like that. I still have hay fever, so I'm going to do my best to edit out the sniffles. So if I miss any, I apologize. But we'll do our best. Okay, so here we go. This is the theme chooser, and again, with Mac stuff, you need to start with a theme, but you can blank it out. The slide size is going to be 1024 by 768, and I had mentioned in the iBooks video, this one here, that when you are doing the things for it, I said 1240 by 768. I was wrong. It is 1024 by 768. So I'll have to add an annotation to the other video at that point. We're down here. If you slide over these, it shows you what each of the main template pages are. I really like Watermark. But you can start with any of these. It really doesn't matter all that much. And, you know, like Portfolio is just a version of Watermark. So I like Watermark. We're going to start with Watermark. So here, hi there. And then intro to Keynote. Yeah, ooh. Intro to Keynote. All right, so we want this here. We want this here. All right, basically this is going to work pretty much at this point, at this level. It's going to work basically the same way as PowerPoint, but I like Keynote a lot better. One, you get some different transitions, and so partially when you're giving a presentation, something that looks new is nice. This is a bullet point. Don't ever use bullet points. If you have something to say, just say it. If you're putting more than one bullet point, more than one idea on a slide, then you need to rework your slides so that you only have one idea per slide. If you want to do a summary at the end, great. Find some images to do summaries. So we can do a presentation video later on. All right, so let's get us some stuff to play with. We're going to go Twitter, and we're going to go with me. Let's make that a little smaller. I got a big head, but, you know, not quite that big. All right, that way. And, of course, you know, I love YouTube, so, and so should you. So let's go ahead and slap these fellas up. Okay, so now I notice that this YouTube video, or this YouTube logo that I got from YouTube, by the way, I didn't make this, has a little white up here and a little white down here. It's okay, but I don't really want it. So let's take a look, select that, go up to this thing that says alpha. Click the color you want to make transparent. I don't want this white part here. And I don't want this white part here. So now it's gone. So this little alpha works great. So for these, I don't need it because they've already been transparencied out. This one just had a little extra on the top and bottom, and so we don't really want that. Now, we're in transitions, and we're going to take the thing that PowerPoint can't do, which is this magic move. And so we're going to take this slide, and we're going to duplicate it a couple of times. I'm just right-clicking to get these duplications. And then we're going to go up to the second one, and we're going to move the bird down and the tube over and me up here. That. Come on, give me a middle line. There we go, middle line. Huh, I'm a little off balance. All right, that's fine. All right, and then in this one here, we're going to move the tube to the top. The middle line, and then the bird over here. I don't know how that goes. And then back to the beginning. So the way this looks is like this. So we go here, we hit play, we start out. This is our main screen. Go to the next slide. We got this one. Okay, nothing major there, but oh, look at that, a little animation, right? Which is way fun. All right, so the magic move is a really great way to do animation really simply without needing to resort to Flash and stuff like that. What I just did there is really pretty basic, and it's very easy to do, and it's not that big of a deal. Just drop a new slide in here, in here. Let's pause this for a second. Okay, the amber lamps have gone away a little bit, and that gave me an opportunity to pull out a little bit of video that we can drop in there. And okay, that's huge. So let me set the view, actually this one down here. Nope, let's go for smaller. All right, so this is way too big. This is the video that was courtesy of Yamaguchi-san. Arigatou gozaimashita. So you can drop a little bit of video in there. This is a huge video, by the way. It's crazy big. So this file is going to be, would be quite large if I were to drop it into an iBook thing. But I could very easily. And actually, Keynote is a really nice wrapper for dropping things with multimedia in it. That way you can get a nice background and still have the video in. So let's take a look and see how this goes. All right, but we're going to start back here at the beginning. Here, enter the Keynote. Nice little drop shadow in the letters. And then our little magic move. All right, and there's that. And then this will start here. And we can control the video. So we still get full controls. So we still get full controls. Oh, and look at volume switch, awesome. We still get full controls on the video, and that will translate into the iBooks application if you were to drop this in as a widget there. So I will do that at the end of this video. But so these are transitions. These are all on click. So now I can go back here and then do this automatically. And then I can delay for a second, and then this one automatically, and delay for a second, and this one automatically, and delay for a second. And you can also speed up the speed of the transitions. All right, so this one doesn't need a magic move to the next thing. Let's do a push. Not object push. I want to do push. 2D effects push. So that slides the whole text over. Okay, and we have a choice, right to left, or left to right, or top to bottom. Let's go. Let's take a look. Top to bottom. Nah, that's not what I want. I want bottom to top. Zoop, that way. All right, so what we can do is kind of give this illusion that this is all on a huge piece of paper. If you've taken a look at the Prezi presentations, you can kind of make a Prezi-like thing, but just without the zoom. Well, you can do it with the zoom as well. It's a little bit more work, but the zoom kind of makes people sick, actually. So let's go here and then play again. Bam. So now this is going to go through it's going to go through automatically after a couple of clicks. You can hear, I hope, I'm not clicking on the button. Now this is waiting for, because this next transition I put on click, so you can hear the click, and it pushes in, and it will automatically play the video. or you can set the video as part of the build. Come on, baby. You can set the video as part of the build on click, and this is the build logo. And then build in. Oh, QuickTime. This is the one that I want. All right, so start movie on click is going to let me wait to do that, or I can well, I can loop it back and forth, which could be interesting. But start movie on click. So I want the video to wait, and actually let's set the beginning point here, and I just want, let's do the bright spot. Yeah, all right. So now when this frame comes up, it's going to start on this frame, and it gives me the time, beginning time and end time, and I can have it just run this, and let's make it a 10-second or something much. Yeah, there we go. And then let's do loop back and forth because I want to see what that looks like. We're going to start here, play. This should be automatic, and then automatic one more time. Nope, okay. And then, yeah, and then on click for this, starts there, and then this one now starts on click. And as you can see, it doesn't really like doing the loop back and forth with all the music and stuff. So, yay, get back in there, click on this, get back in here. Let's not loop back and forth. Let's just go no loop. So you can have it set for a loop. So if it's something that you want to explain over and over again, or you want students to see, or you want the same repetitive motion again, you can loop things right in it. So let's drop a new one in here. Actually, let's take and put my logo and hide it back here like this, and then we're going to move my logo into range and send to back. So now the logo's back behind it. We're going to drop a new one of these in, and I just do this every time. I could go in here and set under the layout, oops, under the layout like in iBooks, and set this for my blank and just have everything. That's what the new slide would look like, but I'm lazy. So here, and then I want my logo here, and then I want my logo here. Let's take a look at where this is here. Looks like it's breaking the sunglasses right at the bottom of the little mark. Yeah, just about like that. There. That looks pretty close. Now let's go back here, and for my transition, I want this to be a push again, and we're going bottom to top, just like that. Ooh, boy, that didn't quite make it, did it? Let's here. I think this needs to go over just a little bit. And then back here. Oh, that's pretty good. All right. Okay, so let's, now that we got that set up, this is a trick, and it lets you kind of break the wall that presentations kind of get stuck into, that everybody's thinking slide, slide, slide. And this kind of turns it into a big sheet of paper. So let's start here, pop this, pop that. Right, okay, so we got a little bit of video. And so we can set this, the audio level that it will play at. All right, so that's all the video I wanted to show. And then next slide, whoa, wow, what happened there? Right, so it was a little trick I stole from a guy in Bali. Yay. And basically what you're doing is you're lining up two parts of a graphic, and then using that push to give the illusion that the graphic is on both slides, right? So then we can slap this in here. All right, so what I'm going to do now is drop this over into iBooks. So this works really well for If you have a presentation about nouns, verbs, sentence structure, whatever, or if you're teaching sciencey stuff, and you can do a lot more with the animation. I just don't want to run this more than 20 minutes, you know what I'm saying? So, plus everybody outside is having a big discussion. All right, so we're going to save this. We're going to not save it to iCloud. Love me some Apple. Do not love me some iCloud. We're going to call this Keynote Demo. And we're going to save that. And it should pop up onto the desktop somewhere. Unless I screwed it up, which I may have. All right, and so the motorcycle's parked down the street, of course, on. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to cut all of this crap out. Okay, so I have my Keynote demo saved over here on the side, and now I'm going to pop down into iBook's author, not utilities, iBook's author, iBook's author, iBook's author. Look at all the crap I have on my computer. Right, I'm going to go into iBook's author. We are going to take a look at this one that I was working on with you guys. We are going to hit the widgets, and then we're going to set Keynote. And this, I just dragged my Keynote demo, which I just did, there. It's dropping the Keynote in. Now, okay, so I want this Keynote actually to be on one of the later pages where there's a little bit of room. Let's drop it right in here. Okay, and remember, like I said, this is my anchor point, so when I change the orientation, the Keynote's going to be an interactive that sits right there. So let's go back here because it'll be a little easier. And then this, when you put it in the book, it can do full screen. It can show the controls or just touch, and that counts as a mouse click on it. So this will integrate. So if you have a little animation demo that you want to do, or if you want to actually record the Keynote demonstration and drop it in here, you can drop it in as either the video file that Keynote can make for you, because it'll record your slides, or you can put it in just as it is, and students can click through it just like a regular presentation. Or if we pop back to Keynote here, you can set things up as hyperlinks. And so like each of these could be a button, and when they click this one, it takes it to, let's go ahead and set that up actually. Click, click, click. So we get this set up, and then we enable it as hyperlink, and it can click to, when you click on this, it can go to slide number, let's say 6. So at any point, I believe, let's test it. So it has a little hyperlink mark here, and I believe that will keep it a hyperlink for the whole thing, but it might have to actually wait until 4. So here and there. All right, no, that's not what I wanted. I didn't click the thing. All right, let's try 2. Play and see if I can click the magic thing. Nope. Okay, now I have a button, and now it's going to trip to 4, and the magic move worked. It added the magic move to it. So here, and then I click again, it starts the movie, and then I click again, it changes the page. So if you are old enough to remember HyperCard, this is HyperCard on steroids. And for those of you who are not young enough to, or not old enough to remember HyperCard, HyperCard was kind of like the World Wide Web, but in a stack. It was all local, and this can do basically everything the same way. You have stuff that you click on, so in that way it works like the web. You can click from here to here. Animations are really easy to build in Keynote. And there's just some really fantastic stuff that can be done. You can comment and just there's a ton of stuff. And again, this one just scratches the surface. So I will try to get some more of these out later on. There are a bunch of transitions that I haven't shown you, but a Keynote, in my opinion, is definitely worth the money and worth every penny. And I personally recommend buying the Keynote version for the desktop and for the iPad. The iPad version will do basically the same thing, the iOS version. Yeah, well, I have a feeling that video every day in April didn't mean a 20-minute video every day in April, but sorry. Sometimes it just takes a little longer to explain. So I hope you did enjoy the Keynote video. If you made it this far, woohoo! Thank you. Yeah, so Keynote I think is definitely a great tool, and once you combine it with iBooks Author, you can do really a lot of stuff with it. It makes iBooks Author so much more flexible, and it makes Keynote a really good tool to use for the classroom, because not only can you do your students, you put together your presentations for your students with that in something that's a little nicer, a little easier to see, and a little different, quite frankly, because everybody's seen the 1,000 PowerPoint stuff. Remember, when you're doing presentations, no bullet points. If you need bullet points, then you actually need more slides, and really they don't cost any more. You can have 100 for just as much money as you can have for 20. So yay, get in there, do that, and make some good presentations, and I hope to see some iBooks stuff from y'all. I will get into some other stuff later on with Keynote, but we'll see how busy we get towards the end of the month. I do have to make a presentation for within 2 weeks. I got a thing I got to do, and yay! So maybe I will be able to share that with you guys on YouTube. I'll probably end up having to share it off the other channel, because it's not really, at this point, it's kind of not a chill and kansai thing. This one still is, because it's related to, anyway, blah blah blah. Long enough. See ya. Bye.